Hey everyone, welcome to episode 5 of the What Are We Talking About Today podcast. New set, new microphone issues, new audio issues. We were attempting to record with 2 microphones this time, and we just lost the footage from the other one. So some of the jokes that are made won't make sense, but just imagine people like gently talking into the other microphone and such things. Anyways, enjoy.
There's 1,000 boys with their hearts in their mouths, so I hadn't had the heart to spit it out. That I'm smitten with my worries and my doubts. No love-lone prince would ever dare to sing about.
You can't use airdrop.
I can't use AirDrop. This is a true statement.
I'll email you.
Cool. If you just want to start recording, put it there.
Are we doing this right now or what?
We doing this?
Well, now that we're started, I kind of want to go home. In all honesty.
Wait, what?
So,
You guys are not keeping me up.
What's happening to me? Let the record show
Yeah.
that AJ was not paying attention.
for the last 3 episodes.
Let the record show these are really good cookies.
Can you pass
Where
me
these
one?
come from?
Truthfully, this is the most conscious I've been in the history of this
Podcast. Yeah. So, this is
Yeah.
actually the first time it's not 1 a.m. We're not all sleep deprived from doing stuff all day.
Right.
And AJ could be considered a guest.
AJ,
Legit
at
guest.
this point, could be considered a guest.
Not just
Yes.
a guy in the background.
I'm
So-
legally alive.
Yeah.
Last time I think I was
Actually dead?
I was dead, yeah.
Yeah, I had to use Revivify.
Oh, and Daniel G's here.
Yeah, we got Danny.
You already know, editing photos.
He was bouncing in between first and second stage.
Oh,
I
Of
was
sleep?
Yeah, AJ was
I was talking about
asleep.
me. I'm like, stage what?
Huh?
Nothing.
He just lucid.
So guys,
He's like lucid dreaming, making
What?
the podcast.
So everyone, I have a question for you really quick. Just first things first. Guys, what are we talking about today?
You said first things first. I'm the realist.
I am the realist, in fact. But besides that point, what are we talking about today?
Don't say it.
Yeah.
He's nuts.
That was
You
the
know what?
Pity laughs.
Fair. I had no idea what he was gonna say, so
No, you didn't. Come on.
I had no idea.
It's Parker.
I haven't actually hung
Parker
out with you
Dwayne
guys
King.
a lot.
Whoa,
All right.
You know
hold
what I
on.
mean?
You can't be doxing me, giving out my legal name like that.
I'll edit it out. I'm not gonna edit it out.
Parker.
Just put
Oh,
censored
I was
words.
watching Post Malone on Jimmy Fallon today.
Mm-hmm.
And because it came like a day ago, and they're talking about the last time they were on Fallon together.
Yeah.
Post and Fallon went to Olive Garden,
Right.
and they said that after that they all Posty wanted to go to also hang out again, and Jimmy was like, "Bro, I'm an old man. It's 10:30. I'm gonna go to bed." And he's like, "No, like, come and hang out." They went to some place and had food, and then Posty was talking about how he was drinking. You know, in the video, literally on like Jimmy Fallon's YouTube account or channel, Post was gonna say, "I used to drink a lot of whatever," but in post editing they put Bud Light. He said Bud Light over top of it in a robot voice because I think it's like illegal for him to talk about him drinking any other beer but Bud Light.
Oh,
Wow.
But like it was like clear robot like Bud Light like that. Like he said like Heineken or Guinness or something like that because it was
What
some
the
German
heck?
beer. But it was like Bud Light, and then but then I was like, okay, this can't be real. So I backed it up. I was like, he literally like someone like put Bud Light over it because he can't
That's
He's
crazy.
sponsored by Bud Light.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I went to the comments. I was looking. I was like, someone's got a comment, and someone was like,
That's so.
"So we're not
weird.
good. No one's gonna say anything about that 126." When the robot said Bud Light, and then I looked at like the feed of like comments, and then people were like calling each other out, and like, "Yeah, I think you said Guinness or whatever." And
Did you hear that? Kind of in the same sense, in a way. Ninja is only streaming on Mixer now.
I heard about that.
He left Twitch
Yeah.
permanently.
I forgot he was alive.
Yeah. Well, it was like I don't know why, but it kept popping up in my feed.
What? He was dead.
I really couldn't care less about like the Fortnite front, but it's just like he's such a big face right now that it's
Yeah.
crazy that he's leaving his platform
Right.
that he really built up.
I love capitalism.
What?
For
Wait.
that reason, for the Bud Light.
Wait.
reason.
So
Wait.
I'll be honest though.
I thought you hated capitalism.
The thing is, though, with Ninja, Mixer is owned by Microsoft. So
Yeah.
Microsoft is actually doing the do
Yeah.
to get Ninja to do Project Scarlet and like Halo Infinite and stuff. It's the first move in
Oh, okay. One second.
it's the,
For
Microsoft opening
to say what
move.
we were laughing at, Mo put up his leg like a cat licking its crotch, trying to release a fart, and then promptly put it down, worrying that he was gonna drop a deuce in his pants.
Yeah, we're good. We're
I
clean.
respect that.
Continue, Parker.
Well, what I was saying was Mixer acquiring Ninja was just the Microsoft's opening move in the is it 8th gen console?
Nice.
In the 8th gen console checkers match. Or is it 9th?
This is the 8th gen.
Or is it 9th? I can't remember.
It's like 9th gen Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know what gen game it is. I'm not a real gamer.
There's a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're on the 5th gen. Because Xboxes have the same amount.
No, but PlayStation didn't even start until like 3rd gen.
I'm gonna quickly interrupt
consoles.
this
Yeah, what's up?
conversation and just say I have absolutely no idea what you guys are
I'm
talking
with
about.
AJ.
Like
He's
in-
laughing at
Alright,
communism.
so here we...
What? We never
He said
even brought up
capitalism.
No, I was
Laughing
saying
at capitalism.
the reason I said against my beliefs that I love capitalism is because of the whole Bud Light thing.
Mm.
That's funny.
Alright,
Yeah,
so...
it was like the clearest like Bud Light. Like it was like they pressed the button and it was because he can't say anything else but Bud Light.
Oh man.
Can you imagine?
I don't
Can you
know.
imagine being that owned by a corporation?
And then he's after that Jimmy was like start talking about Bud Light and then he was like, yeah, I'm the biggest advocate for it. It was like, okay, so you had to make up for what he just did.
You realize like, oh man.
I'm honestly not surprised with that story, but what really impressed me was that you talked about Post Malone and Jimmy Fallon, like giving them nicknames like you knew them.
Posty Fallon.
Yeah, my dog.
Not Malone.
Posty and Jimmy.
Yeah, my main man Jay
It was funny. I
Val.
looked at the comments and it was like people were like hyping Posty up so much. Like, look how much of a gentleman he is. He says yes sir to Jimmy Fallon. But guys, he's got tattoos on his face. Like,
Well, he's also from the South, isn't
I'm
like
sorry,
yes sir, yes
Facial
ma'am.
tattoos dictate your manners.
yeah, I stereotype.
Isn't he from?
Yeah, no,
Is it-
I
Yeah,
just,
I do.
let the record
Yeah.
show I try not to.
Isn't it?
Here's the thing.
Man, is it Heidegger?
You ever say things you don't like that you don't mean?
Here's the thing. Facial tattoos, like, I feel like at that point, if you get a facial tattoo, you're just, like, asking people to, like, judge you. You know what I mean?
That's
Because,
a-
like, that's, like, as people say, that's your moneymaker. Like, that's what you present to the world. You can
Right.
cover your arms, you can cover, like, your neck up and your legs and stuff.
You're asking them to look right at it as they're talking to you, so you'll never get eye contact again.
The thing about that is, like, yes, like you know what you know what's gonna happen. Like the reality is, you know what's gonna happen when
Unless you're
you're
drunk.
going into it.
Unless it's like a drug tattoo.
That's true, unless you don't make the like sober decision to do that. But
A
for
drug
the
too.
most part, like you know that you're gonna get like backlash from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the decision you make. Like, is it worth it to you or not?
Mm-hmm.
Like any tattoo you get, like there's going to be that, and maybe I'm being ageist, but there's gonna be like the
Boomers.
old lady who's like,
The boomer.
Why? What's wrong? Why do you get tattoos? It's like,
Honestly,
if God wanted you to have ink on your skin, would have created you, blah blah blah. Like, you're gonna get that. So when you get a tattoo, but if it's worth it to you, you still do it.
You do you want. You do you.
Like when I got
You
my
boomers.
hand tattoo, oh my lord, so many old women, every time they see it, they're just like, why would you do that to your body? I'm just like,
And you're like, look at it.
yeah.
Look at it.
You
It's
back-
I'm like,
cool.
Look at it. It's a road.
It's a road.
I'm like, it's a road. And they're like, does it?
Just smacking old ladies down the road.
Bro, why
Just
you
leave an
slapping old ladies?
impact.
Just smack.
He's going straight Brie Larson on it.
Oh no. Oh
Captain
man.
America, guys. Captain America.
Captain America.
Marvel. Captain
What?
Marvel. Ah! Can you edit that out?
DC.
I can try.
No.
We now have content out of it, so I can't. No, I can't do that.
Mission complete. Good work, man.
Insert
crisp.
Rorschach's journal.
Rorschach's journal.
This is the one for the end of the episode.
No.
Okay.
No, just the random one he always does.
Okay. Cool.
Day 5 of trying different cereal brands. Cookie Crisp are too hard. I wish they were softer, like real cookies.
That's straight facts. That's straight up facts.
Why you add milk?
That's true. If you let them soak for a while, Rorschach.
Do you, for real, do you put milk in your cereal?
Oh my gosh.
What?
You're making a goof, right?
Do you use milk?
Okay, you did a little head shake. I have a friend in
I
college.
use orange juice.
Okay, you're upsetting me now.
Okay, so no
Are
joke.
you serious right now? I'm too gullible for you to be like this.
No,
Dude,
he
I'm serious.
watch his little head shake when he says things.
What little head shake?
He's currently holding his head.
Let the record show that all things I say are true,
Okay.
as per the
OSHA standards.
as per
I'm
OSHA.
OSHA certified, by the way. I've taken the course. It sucks. 600 minutes of it. Terrible.
OSHA?
OSHA, yeah.
What do
600
you?
minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you
10
going?
hours.
Wait, what are you going into that you need to take the OSHA course?
No, is it I did skilled trades in high school.
You just pounded the stand at the
OSHA is
microphone.
something about
Yeah, I realized
like they have rules. This is the really basic. If I'm talking to a 5-year-old, this is how I explain it to them. These big boys come in and and they like
They're just chunky men.
yeah they
I'm just
like
imagining.
have rules for
sumo
how your
wrestlers.
business and like what you do should be run and like standards. So like in construction
Right.
and trade. So like construction, plumbing, electrical, drywalling, construction, plumbing, all that kind of stuff. So like
How many construction
Manufacturing.
and if you're working for those
Manufacturing is a big one.
trades, yeah, if you're working those trades, you need to be OSHA certified in a way so you know the standards. So like when it comes to like safety harnesses and how far you should be away from something, decibels when you come like, you know, wearing earmuffs on the construction site, all those kind of stuff. So being in skilled trades, learning about all the trades, I had a new teacher thought it'd be cool that we all just sit down for a couple classes and take all of the modules.
That sounds
You have to log-
horrible.
You have to log 600 minutes of test taking. So it
Gross.
took multiple days.
That's
So I got
disgusting.
certified over a year ago, March 14th.
Well, that's good to have, I guess.
Okay.
Like, what are you going into?
General ministry.
Okay, if that's how you explain it to a 5-year-old, can you explain that to me like I'm a 3-year-old, please?
I don't know what 5-year-olds you know.
It's the
There's
standards they
rules.
set in the business world so people don't do things that will injure.
Yeah, so they can come in if there's not proper.
I got you.
ventilation. Let's say you're cutting a bunch of wood. and there's
OSHA
not
stands
proper-
for like Occupation Safety Hazard
yeah, there it
Association or
is.
something like that.
So an example would be I used to work for a place where you would build crates for farms. And so let me just say this place would get shut down real quick. OSHA came in and saw what was happening. There was no ventilation for the sawdust.
Oh no.
So it was a mill going from 7 to
So it's
4.
basically like when my dad builds stuff in the garage.
Yes.
Cool.
Like a like a
Yeah.
business like that. We built over 1,000 boxes each summer, like multiple thousands of boxes
Dang.
each summer for these farms. I think for a farm, we need 5,000 crates,
Yeah.
and so we build.
That's
that
crazy.
many. And so I would stack the wood off the mill, but there was the ventilation system. Okay, I'm sorry, there was a ventilation system, but it was terrible in there, and so that's not up to OSHA standards. They would either get fined or whatever, or even shut down because it doesn't meet the standards. So like that's why if there wasn't, I think it's also there for like manufacturing companies, like it's like labor, like that. Obviously, it's labor.
Yeah.
But like it can
And
be
so they
just
don't get
terrible
injured.
working conditions.
Right.
So they come into their standards that you have to meet.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible working conditions.
A lot of people talk about it mostly with like stairs, like they have to be like a
Yeah.
certain height and a
Your
certain.
rise and run needs to
depth.
be. There's a
Yeah.
standard for that.
Yeah.
If you were the U.S. president, what three
Okay.
departments would you get rid of first?
I'm not very good at knowing what they are,
And I have no idea.
so I really don't know any of them.
Parker, what would you?
So here's what I'm gonna say:
All three branches.
just
the
the three
government?
branches
Oh,
of
just
government.
And executive.
Legislative
I respect
and
that.
executive.
I respect
No,
that.
just judicial and executive.
I'd like to tell a story.
Okay.
I respect that.
I want to take it to a
My top three.
Okay. So you were asking so you could answer is what you're saying.
My top three.
Yeah.
In order.
Okay.
Department of Education,
Okay.
War Department,
All right.
OSHA.
That's why you said it.
I'm
I thought you were just jumping the gun.
I'm going to ask why.
Well, Department of
I'll one-up
Defense,
you on that.
all in quotes.
Where?
Where in the
I'm
United
gonna do
States?
one
I'll-
of that. Who?
I'll do you one
Why
better.
Just
What?
cuz they don't do good?
Just because what?
I asked why.
What? Why what?
My what?
My family every once in a while goes and has a family reunion, and by every once in a while I mean once a year.
Weird. I've never heard of what is. Can you explain what a family reunion is?
Family reunion is when everyone from my great grandma
Wow.
down
Wow.
gets together. So it's like a lot of people.
What do you?
In that family tree, I'm actually related to Amanda.
I
What
remember
do you?
that.
What do you do?
So the
Amanda is one of our mutual friends.
Amanda's one of our mutual friends.
My brothers seem to be wife.
Some would call that a fiance.
Oh, whoa,
Nice fart.
oh.
Popped off the ground a little bit.
I was in a really vulnerable position, and I was farting.
It was a squatty potty position.
I'm halfway convinced that there's something in there now.
There's some street marks. Skid marks. Anyway, continue, Jason.
So at my family reunion, it's mostly on Saturday we have like all the old people come, and then Friday night we have basically like my almost immediate family, so like my first cousins and like my parents and their siblings come. So all the cousins stay in one of the cabins. Takes place at a campground. So we stay at one of the cabins and basically stay up until like 4 a.m. And so during the night we'll do different things like play Ghost in the Graveyard and stuff.
Oh.
But one of the family reunions we had, I eventually went to bed. It was about 5 a.m. When I was going to bed. I went to sleep, and I heard a bunch of commotion. Didn't think anything about it. I left my cabin, and there's a really large building that holds the bathrooms, the female and male bathrooms. On top of that building sat a picnic table that was not there the night before. Sitting on top of the picnic table was two of my cousins playing cards.
Wait.
They had not gone to bed, but instead moved a picnic table on top of a 7-foot tall building. So it's like 7 foot, and then it's a slanted roof. So like I don't know how they even balance this.
Well, OSHA standards would be like 8-foot ceilings,
Yeah,
and then like a story.
this certainly
so-
wasn't like.
Okay.
It was like I have no idea how they got it up there.
That's impressive.
That's one of my cousin stories I was talking about. So we got
you
up.
said that a long time ago.
Yeah, I have a lot of cousin stories. Anyways.
top of your cousins.
On top of my cousins.
On top of the cards, on top of the table.
On top of that,
thing.
there
were
were
these nuts.
these nuts. Yeah.
You really thought that through, didn't you?
That one took a
He's
while.
been holding that in.
Anyways, we got super yelled at and then almost couldn't come back to that same campground ever again because of that. It was crazy.
That's based.
So, not to, you know, like,
Cahoot
make
your
any less of that
Canagos.
No,
story,
feel free to one-up me.
But to jump back a minute to
Yeah.
what Parker said about orange juice and cereal, if you guys remember that.
That was only a minute ago.
Yeah.
That was a little bit longer.
So I had a story pop up in my mind when I heard that.
Okay, cool.
One of the few times people have made false stories about me came to mind. So I had
Wait, this is a frequent thing?
People can people can say things that aren't true.
no, like this is like the only time that people have made a false story about me.
Okay.
How do I say this?
I've never heard any stories about me.
I don't think I exist outside my own head.
Oh my gosh.
Wait a second.
Okay, so a long time ago,
That was my thought.
like when I was in mid-high school, so like sophomore or junior,
Yeah.
even before that, so up until then, up until now, up until a couple years ago,
For the UK listeners, that is grade 10 and grade 11.
thank you.
What about for the
Yeah.
German listeners or the
German listeners.
Zimbabweans?
That is Unkschloth,
Cambodians.
Umbro,
That was Spanish.
Nep, and Yeet number 3.
Eat.
Anyways,
All right, moving on.
my
I'm just gonna
favorite
edit
drink
that
was,
one out.
My favorite drink was Coke. Loved Coke. You know, people say, you know, like, you know, we're having spaghetti. I'm like, oh, grab me a Coke. And they're like, no, we're having water. I'm like, okay, don't you disrespect.
Oh, I know.
I'm confused.
So I'm just saying you can't have water with spaghetti or pizza. You can't have water with that stuff. Anyways, you have to have Coke with it. Super good. Love Coke.
I drink milk with spaghetti.
That's weird, dude.
I drink milk with a lot of things,
Kinda
or
strange.
apple juice. I honestly don't
I
like
love
Coke,
apple juice.
but I do want to hear the end of your story.
So I love Coke.
Yeah,
It became
Let's
a thing
stop.
where in the summer I'd make a PB&J, so I'd grab some chips and some Coke. And dinner would come around, I'd have a Coke, and then I'd be with my friends the other day, have a Coke. So it became like, I was like, you know,
A Coke addict?
yeah, I was drinking a lot of Coke, and so,
Nice.
and so it became
We
a
don't
thing.
support that.
And
no.
Not on the WAWTAT podcast.
and so so one time so not only was I drinking a lot of Coke, but I like just didn't eat very healthy, so just a lot of chips, a lot of
So you're like me.
candy. I was really unhealthy, but I wasn't like too overweight. I was just a little chubby.
You just had some like man flub.
I was just little chubs. I was young.
Yeah.
Didn't hit puberty yet. And yes, I was a sophomore and not hit puberty yet. And so it became kind of like a thing that Mo like just is really bad at eating. And so we were talking one time like, oh, Mo eats, you know, drinks water and he has to puke, or like his stomach gets upset. His body rejects apples and fruits because it can't, like, it's not used to like natural foods.
Yeah.
And so then like we were just joking around like, oh yeah, Mo drinks Coke in his cereal in the morning. Like he peas Coke and stuff like this. And so he's never even eaten salad before.
In
like,
high school?
yeah, middle school and high school. Like it was just one day we were just kind of
Wow.
all my friends and we're joking about it. So time goes on and
And Mo was
recently-
pretending he didn't dislike it, but in actuality he was crying.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, no, wait, no, guys. No, anyways, so recently at these camps, I had a friend being like, hey, so I heard that like you used to like drink like Coke with your
Oh,
cereal.
that's how rumors spread right there, guys.
And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, I heard that you like pour Coke in your cereal and like that's how you eat it. And I was like, what?
That's a yes and kind of moment right there.
Yeah, and then this other person chimes in and says, yeah, I heard that like one time I was at his house and he woke up at like 3 in the morning and went to his fridge and I heard him crack a Coke and then chug it at 3 in the morning, and I'm like,
Honestly, that is not crazy.
Honestly,
it's not.
Mood?
It didn't happen.
I've
Okay,
been there before.
it didn't happen. Okay.
I've never. Let the record show that I've never gotten up at any ungodly hour to chug a Coca-Cola.
You did it with a breast, probably.
No.
Anyway, so and then they're
I
like,
wish.
yeah, I know that you drink water sometimes and your stomach gets upset, or like you can't eat apples or like oranges because like it makes your stomach upset and like you can't do that. I'm like no.
Breathing.
Yeah, I'm like. Then I was like, man, like 3 years ago, people were joking about this,
Yeah.
and then they believed it, and
Yeah.
then they told people about it. So
Yeah,
yeah, let's just
that's weird.
rumors suck.
I've never heard
So
that.
so what's going to happen now is that this
We're
rumor
all
is
gonna-
going to spread even further.
No.
Because we're casting it out to the internet.
So the
We
record
all
show.
we all have to try it now. Coke and
We
cereal.
could do that.
It depends on the cereal.
Political
At
plates.
the time, I ate a lot of Lucky Charms, which gave me a lot of canker sores in my mouth.
Oh, Lucky Charms.
Is that what they do?
Yeah,
Um,
lots of sugar. I also
Oh.
at the okay. Yeah, I was pretty unhealthy.
Holy crap.
So I've had Taco Bell and probably 14 cookies tonight. Man, I have not changed one bit.
You drank water though. I watched you do it.
Thank you.
In your stomach. Oh wait.
Okay, maybe these rumors are.
Maybe. Hold up.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a minute from talking for a while, guys. I'm gonna process all this.
I would like to say that I do have a friend that this isn't a false fact. I'm not going to name names because I don't want her to get roasted on Insta.
Heard. Okay.
But
Him.
what? Them.
The subject of which we are speakifying.
A species of human person does only enjoy their cereal with water.
Oh. Whoa.
I'm sorry, but that's absolutely disgusting. They're
I know.
sociopaths and should be arrested.
Hey,
When
that's a
you-
human you're talking about.
Whoa.
That's some sort of human you're talking
Let's
about.
not legitimize the existence of the state there, AJ. Hey, my brother.
Yeah.
Do you guys eat
Mason.
your cereal?
Mason?
Huh?
Me? Or Tanner?
The one that shares a name with thine
Host.
self.
That's Mason they're talking about.
Mason Parker is brother.
Mason.
Parker, put
Yep.
your belly away.
My brother Mason
Why is your
eats cereal. He pours in like
belly button? Why is your
4
belly button so big? Hold on. It's like a cavern.
Oh.
Have you seen Andrew's
Have
belly
you seen
button?
Tanner?
Oh, he's
Tanner-
suction cup.
Tanner puts pool balls in it with just his belly button.
Parker's other brother. Anyways,
Yeah, my other
back to Mason.
Mason pours like 4 drips of milk into his cereal and eats it like that.
Like,
I need a really
know,
good
that's
milk
what
to
I-
cereal ratio to thoroughly enjoy my cereal.
Let
Or
the
else I
record-
have a bad day.
I eat Crisp X.
Solid? That was wet.
Let the record show that AJ mumbled, "That's disgusting," after I shared the info about Mason,
Yep, 100% did.
and
Not me.
I second that.
I eat
Not
Crisp X,
Mason on the podcast.
like a lot.
Share.
And it's a really
Yeah.
bland cereal, but I don't like bland things, so I put probably
Boatloads of sugar.
a cup of sugar on
Yeah.
it. So,
Or
Put some,
Coke.
put some. What I like to
man,
do.
I'm just really like proving that those rumors are true.
What I like to do instead of
Man, I
sugar.
really am unhealthy.
Instead of sugar, I just ground up. I make Rice Krispie treats and then grind them up super finely and just have Rice Krispie treat powder.
Let the record show that Parker currently has his shirt up, revealing his belly button, mouth full of a really delicious cookie,
They are good.
talking about how he grinds up Rice Krispie treats and eats it.
It was a running joke in high school that I would eat instead of pouring sugar on my cereal. I'd put like calcium.
Oh my gosh. Just straight up bone chunks.
Yeah, just like calcium powder. I can't remember the context.
That's really gross.
But
You
I
also,
remember.
your nickname in high school was Glug. So that's the kind of
It
thing
still
like,
kind of is.
10
That's-
years from now, you could be like, yeah, in high school they called me Glug.
And that's a really good story to tell.
Mm.
Because there's listeners that don't know about that.
So Parker King and I became friends.
One of our hosts.
Yes.
And I is also one of our hosts.
Yes.
And
became-
so is the one who just meted that.
Yep. And so
I'm not a host of this podcast.
AJ is a guest.
AJ exists.
I'm a guest.
That's all.
I am still here.
If you've heard any typing on keys, that's Danny's fingers, and they are also each guests.
Yeah, they're guests.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
9 of them.
So
All
we
9
are
of them.
freshmen in high school.
Okay,
and we're
yeah,
put
sorry.
in the same advisory class.
Which
Explain
is
to the
So-
folks at home.
the unnecessary thing that is
Yeah,
advisory.
so you have your 1 through
I loved
1
advisory.
through 6 hours.
It was
you know,
fun.
1
Because
through
we didn't
1,
have to
2,
do
3,
anything.
4, 5,
It was
6
free time.
classes hours, right? But then you have lunch, and then after like second or third hour, whatever it was that year, they changed it every year.
Yeah,
You have an advisory, which was
like a half an hour of.
It was free time.
You're supposed to be doing homework.
It was
or they had,
anarchy.
like TED Talks that they played.
Yeah.
It was anarchy time.
It was
fun
anarchy
all the
time. It was so
Everyone-
much fun.
Here's the thing, though. All the students on all the stupid polls, they would put out these anonymous like polls or
Sort of
whatever.
monkey
Like,
survey.
hey, what do you?
Yeah.
Monkey survey or whatever.
Survey monkey survey.
Hey, what do you think of these advisories? Apparently, everyone put that I hate them. I want them to go away.
Yeah, I
and they
don't
took them
understand
away. What you needed to do was put yes, I love it because it's free time.
Because you get the nickname Glug in this town.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was
So-
the best time of high
I
school.
had a musical advisory.
Mm.
Like by the last year, they made advisories into actual like sections.
Yeah, like it was different clubs.
Yeah, and so I had like a musical. Like we literally just
I
watched
was in the-
musicals. Anyways,
the
back to
bands.
Glug.
So
Oh, that's John Michael.
Yeah,
Yeah,
John
so
Michael's telling this.
we
Well,
are
I'm Glug.
You're
but you
Glug.
sound
John
the
Michael's
story.
telling the story.
Yeah.
freshman year. We're all little babies, right? Yet I have not gone through puberty yet.
Yeah.
I
And-
was like 10.
Why'd you let the record show? Parker just checked his watch for a solid second and a half to check how old he was.
What
there was
watch?
no watch in his wrist either.
Oh yeah, there was no watch. Sorry.
There's a little scar there.
Okay, so there's another kid in there, and then a larger kid who is now playing D1 football. Pretty cool.
Very crazy.
Yeah, he's large.
Very cringe.
Yeah, and other kids.
No,
smoking
not
pot.
crazy, but like
Cringe.
cool.
Okay.
I went to high school with this man.
And this big guy is probably smoking pot right now.
Guys, we're on the internet.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Okay, so we're sitting there, we're playing. We're playing. I think no, we're just chilling there, all at the same table. We somehow got put in the same table, and I was like, that was Parker who just.
That was like dry. That was like,
hey, bone dry.
yeah.
So we're just chilling there.
You're gonna have
And I'm
a
like,
rash
hey,
after
Parker,
that.
We go to youth group together,
We do.
and I'm like, we're cool. And then other kids like, I'm an atheist. Another kid just kind of sat there. And
So you became instant friends.
Is that
Yeah.
how the conversation went?
No, I just make that
Oh.
up. And so then I
was
think
gonna say, I don't
Parker
remember
was kind of
remembering.
parched, and so he bent over, reached out of his bag, pulled a 64-ounce water bottle, slammed it on the table, unwound it, and then continued to chug half of it. And then when he finished, he said, "That was, I'm gonna make this number up. I can't remember what it was, but he said that was 14 glugs." That was only 14 glugs. So me, pot smoker, and D1. They're gonna go, what the heck is a glug? And he's like, when your throat, like when you swallow, when your throat goes up and down, like that's one glug. And so I was counting to see how many glugs it took to drink 32 ounces of water. So Parker had glugged 32 ounces and 14 glugs apparently.
Yeah.
So then we just called him Glug from here on out.
Yeah, and then that's like when iOS 10 or 11 or whatever came out, and Apple. Well, no, because the thing is, Apple introduced like slow motion.
Oh,
and
gotcha,
panoramic
yeah.
And stuff, and so one of the days I came in, and the thing was for me to drink the whole thing in one period.
Yeah.
And-
I remember this.
Yeah.
This was like on the student news or something.
Was it?
What?
Was it like a full like 2 liter, right?
Yeah, that was never on the news.
I don't know.
I don't
It
think.
just stated Mrs. Kassab's advisory.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
I was just like, every time we say a name, I go, should we say that? Oh, it doesn't matter.
I was trying
Why are you hiking up your pants? What are you doing? Let the record show. I don't know. I don't even know what to say is happening.
that. I was. I was trying to drink the whole thing in one period,
Yeah.
and they were so John Michael and gang were recording me with their phones that had just gotten to iOS 10 or 11 or whatever
Yeah.
with slow motion video. And I kept imagining, while I'm chugging this thing, I kept imagining what it would look like on slow motion. So I just kept laughing.
Wait, we tried slow-mo on your Glug?
Yeah.
It's already slow in general. Like, why? They would
I
Dude,
know
say
it.
it's
don't
slower.
call his Glug out.
I don't know why.
We're like, let's see this.
I just
like,
remember that was an episode of the anime.
yeah.
That was an arc in the anime. Anyway, good times.
Yeah.
And then the next year, when did we start playing Fun Run?
Probably the next year.
The
Yeah,
next
that was
year,
in-
well,
that
the
was
next
in,
year was Flappy Golf, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't Fun Run in like
Fun Run
8th
was-
grade?
Fun Run was freshman year.
Yeah,
Flappy
Fun
Golf
Run.
was sophomore year. So we only had
Yeah.
advisory twice
Yeah.
together.
Right.
So your freshman and sophomore year were the same advisory, and then after that they switched it to subjects. But that's when I stopped going to advisory.
Yeah.
You just stopped going?
Well, I went to the career tech center to
Oh.
take OSHA.
Right.
It all connects.
Whoa.
I've been taking college classes since I was in freshman
Wow.
grade,
I started taking
I guess.
freshman
I
high
only-
school college classes when I was a freshman in college.
Ooh.
I
I
interesting.
only took AP classes because I'm small brain.
But my senior year, I literally had one class and advisory at the high school
Wow.
because I was taking so many credits at the college.
You were in college and high school.
Yeah. And so literally I would show up and it was choir and then I would sit around until advisory and it was musical advisory and then I'd leave to NMC for the day.
You should have come hang out in fourth hour with me.
I
You
could
can't
have.
change
I
the
didn't
past,
know you
Parker.
back then.
You
Yeah,
can't
you
change
did.
the
You called me
past.
Dave.
I called you Dave.
Because he didn't know his name.
Well, I
What's your
didn't the
name?
first time, and then you went, but my name's Parker. And I was like, I know, but I just wanted to call you Dave. And you
Is
went,
that what happened?
yeah. That was that was the conversation. I literally
I
went,
thought
oh,
we-
what's up, Dave? And you're like, my name's Parker. And I'm like, no, I know, but I just like calling you Dave.
I thought we talked more than that. More than
Um,
just once.
no, it wasn't just once. It was a lot.
No, yeah.
John Michael has his hand raised. Yeah, you in the back?
Yep. Let the record show it's 35:59.
Oh, really?
6. So I think it'd be perfect to have a podcast be 45 minutes long.
What does that
Yeah.
mean? What?
So
What is
all I'm
39?
saying is in this
The
next
amount of time.
minutes, we should record our intro.
Yeah.
I thought we had an intro already.
No, it's not good. And I made it, so I know.
Is it the one where?
How'd you make it yourself?
I'll show you afterwards, but
Don't
it's
tell me you tried imitating me in Parker's voice.
no. I just went
Is
with
it
your
the-
host Mason Sayer, Parker King, and John Michael Clark.
You didn't say Chunker Changus.
I think I just said John Michael. I don't think I put your fourth name in there.
They'll think you're. Michael's not your real name.
We'll explain. We'll be creative in the.
Yeah,
In the
but you're saying we have a
They'll
45-minute
think Michael's your
podcast,
last name.
but for this last bit we make up the intro.
mm-hmm. I'm
Okay.
just saying, we'll end it at 45, so we're not going too crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Because
Where are we at?
I'm at 37 right now.
My phone is ridiculous.
I think Mason started
37.
earlier.
So
I think we started at
how do we
approximately
do
the
this?
same
How you just want to just wing it? Say it like
for the intro.
yeah, we'll just get close and
Just where'd my phone go?
That's seductive at that point.
Gross.
That's just
Let the record
slightly
show.
disturbing.
Let the record show I am wildly uncomfortable with everything going on.
that
in
is
this room.
really.
We're also in his house. we're in AJ and Danny's house, and they haven't said
Hey,
a
you
word.
can't complain about my belly button being out anymore.
Parker has his pants
You're
hiked
wearing
up
high-waisted jeans.
Is it
Parker.
your-
above his belly button, and his pants are still down around your ankles. Do you just have long, short pants on? Why are you
Yeah.
wearing pants today? Why does everyone wear pants?
I just felt like that kind of night.
My
But it's
shorts
always
are
at
weird.
church and at youth group, everything. Everyone's always wearing pants.
It's just the kind of thing you do in Traverse. You wear clothes.
I don't think I belong here. You wear gloves.
Where are you from?
Anyways,
What did
Elk
you
Rapids. It's a
say?
cray place. I don't know if I should be.
That's for another day.
I don't know if I should be
That's for another day.
naming where I am.
That's a whole podcast episode.
Oh.
There's a lot of stuff happening right now. That was like a.
All right.
Okay.
Mason,
Okay.
get us off.
You want me to just like do it and
Yeah,
then like
And then I'll go and then Parker, you end it.
so like just like my name or like hello
Alright, so
everyone.
you go, like you just be creative
Yeah.
and like how do you imagine
Here, I
every
got-
podcast starting?
Yeah.
Say your name and then whatever you want to say, and then Parker, and then I'll go, and then Parker, you end it, and then that's what our intro will be, and that's what you put at every beginning
Yeah.
of everything.
Favorite president,
No,
favorite
we're not doing
basketball
that.
color, name.
Basketball
Grade.
color. What
Yeah,
does
what
that mean? Like the shade of basketballs?
the actual physical basketball? What color do you like that ball to be?
I like a nice neon orange.
Pumpkin.
Harvest orange.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna need everyone to be quiet because this is what we're gonna be using for the intro of our podcast, except like this one maybe,
Godspeed.
or like all of them.
Oh, even like the past one.
So
It'll
yeah,
be
this
like,
this is gonna be weird because this is gonna be like
it'll
this is
be
gonna
pre-
be like-
pre.
this is gonna be like 4 weeks from when we release the first episode, and we're gonna be making this right now.
Our
It's like how Star
podcast.
Wars happened.
Yeah.
4 through 6 came out, and then 1 through 3 came out later. And like the what is it? Preludes,
Prequels.
Prelude?
I'm just trying to be cool. Anyways, Mason.
Yeah.
take it
So
away.
I'm gonna
Christopher
say
Nolan.
yeah. What do you got? Really quick.
That's basically what we're doing right now.
Okay.
Is like a Christopher Nolan.
Christopher
film.
Nolan. Sure. All right. So I'm going to say, hello everyone. Welcome to the What Are We Talking About Today podcast, where we talk about mostly farts. I'm your host Mason Sayer, included with.
John Michael Clark, formerly known as Mo.
And Parker.
That was a solid first attempt.
I like it.
Let's go again.
I don't have a line. You guys have like.
And Parker
one-liners.
King. You can just say your name. You can just be
Okay.
like, in Parker King.
Can I give my social security number?
Do you like how I started it?
I love how you started it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna come from the heart. I think instead of saying farts, you say,
Yeah.
and where we mostly talk about whatever we want. That's accurate.
More, we mostly talk about what are we talking about today.
I don't think we mentioned farts except when someone actually did it.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Take 2.
Take 2.
Make sure you get decent, like, in good range.
Yeah.
And, like,
Just like
Oh.
project. Before we do this, let the record show that Parker has done the thing where it makes his shirt look like a bikini. I don't know
It's called
why
a-
you keep messing with your
It's
shirt.
called a mankini.
Okay, sure. Hello everyone, and welcome to the What Are We Talking About Today podcast. Dang it. No, we're gonna go again.
Can I get close to the microphone and do like ASMR for my one-liner?
this is gonna be the beginning of every.
This is the
podcast.
beginning of every podcast. Oh no.
That was John Michael, if you guys are wondering.
I like that throughout this podcast you have slowly gotten closer to the mic and you have farted into the mic at this point. Alright, let's do this one. Last take. This chair's squeaky. Okay.
I thought
Alright,
that was my-
here we go. Here we go.
Just do it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the What Are We Talking About Today podcast, where we talk with friends about mostly farts. I'm one of your hosts, Mason Sayer. Included with me is.
John Michael Clark, formerly known as Mo.
Parker, also known as Glug.
Enjoy!
Sweet. Let's do one more just in case.
Yeah, okay.
No, that was good.
I did like that. I am afraid you're a little bit close to the mic. I can boost your audio. Especially because no one else is talking,
Can
okay?
you make it sound like I'm whispering, like ASMR
I
style?
can?
Do that.
We do have two mic. This is the first time we have two different microphones.
Hi, John Michael. It's Parker.
They're whispering into different microphones.
What you say? What you say? Again, I don't know what you say.
Oh, now we're doing ASMR with Cookie Box.
Oh, they're gonna love this.
Okay, gamers. Now my phone is wet. This is gonna be some ASMR of me wiping my phone. There we go.
All right.
So do we want to do it one more time, or
Let's
you
do
think
it
that
one
was
more
good?
time. It's good to have multiple ones
Yeah.
to choose from.
Yeah.
Oh, that way you can just splice things together too. It doesn't all have to be the same take.
Yeah. We could also just you guys could just do voice lines and then send them to me if you think of something, and then I could just put them in there.
Can our intro just be that quick? Can our intro just be the whole poop story from episode 1?
Just every time we just do the intro cut that I made.
Yeah, just like John Michael pooping in the street. And then that's our intro.
We're about to eclipse 45 minutes here.
Yeah, okay, so here we go. This is the last attempt.
Is this recording?
Yeah, it is.
Oh. How do you tell?
Easy voice recorder, it's right there.
Oh.
We're gonna do it again as soon as Parker does that. Alright, here we go. Last trial run. I just stared down Danny because he was talking. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the What Are We Talking About Today podcast, where we talk with friends about mostly farts, with me, Mason Sayer, and...
John Michael Clark, formerly known as Mo.
Parker. Glug.
Enjoy!
Alright, Parker, take us out.
Rorschach's journal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got for us, Rorschach? I'm surprised you came through the window this time.
August 8th, 1986. The pedestrian lights that they put on Grandview are ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't understand.
This happened in 1986?
1986. That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's it, guys.
All right, I'm going to leave everyone with this final comment. I think dogs should vote.
War never changes.
Alright.